Hi, I'm Michael Murray, and this is the Crimson Key Club tour guide training video. In this video, you'll be learning the basic and simple things that a tour guide must do, such as a firm handshake, explaining the campus, being honest with your answers, and above all else, helping the family that is coming around. First off, we are starting with a handshake. Mr. Cotter.
Yes.
Can I have a handshake from you, sir? Thank you, sir.
How's it going, Michael Murray? Good to meet you.
Good to see you too, sir.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see, what I focused on was his eyes. Put out my hand and extended it. You do what is best and what you feel is the most comfortable for the family. Usually you shake everybody's hand, especially the kids, and basically be kind, honest, and respectful. When working as a tour guide at a GAO, you must always be prepared, and also, the best part as well, is to keep the door open for families and representatives who come around. As such, as you walk up, you usually are the first one to come to the door. Simply open it and let everybody walk in first before you do. It's a sign of respect, and also they see that you're taking the initiative. This is main building. And in main building, this is where RL is most predominantly seen at GAO. As a Crimson Key Club member, it is essential that you talk about the benefits of RL, how it helps with language and reading, and also how it is beneficial for the school and is a very predominant staple point in the GAO community. Talking about the building itself, saying that it is one of the oldest buildings on campus, is a good thing to use when you have to cover up those blank moments of silence, which is very useful. Explain to them how old this place is, how it was the original building on GAO's grounds, and explain that there's a lot of history behind it. We are at Orton Hall. Orton Hall is where we have most of our time in study hall, even though the worst part of study hall is being here and being quiet for 2 hours and doing your work constantly. It is essential for you to finish your work and to get everything you need in order to succeed at GAO. This is your one-stop place to get all your work done, to have teachers to come by to help you with your work. As you're in here, and when you need to think of something to talk about, even if they ask you questions that you might not be answering or may not be able to answer, note the 4 pillars, very similar to the 4 pillars of kindness that we have at the school. Note that the blocks on top of the ceiling that we have seen multiple times, actually some kid during their senior speech mentioned how many of them were up there because he counted every single one. When bringing respective families into one of the GAO rooms, specifically dorms, you should always discuss about what it's like to live in a dorm. Some people are not used to it, so you need to go through the daily things, such as having smaller space for clothes, which is something like this over here. Also having a singular bed, not a queen. Or having a small area to work and do all your basic stuff. Now, some people might consider this downsizing, but honestly, it's a part of GAO life, and you have to get ready for it. And it's essential for you to also be ready for college as well, because you might not always get the biggest room. Some of the things that parents ask sometimes is, when do they have time for laundry? Where would they eat if they got homemade cookies sent to them? They can have their cookies in here and all that such, they just have to clean up after themselves. And also, when they do laundry, sometimes it depends on the dorm, but they have a list depending on what days certain rooms are allowed to do laundry. When it comes to GAO, it's always good to talk about the specific equipment that we have, especially when kids use it on a daily basis, such as the laundry machines. Now, some families might ask about how the laundry is dealt with, and as you can see from our builds that we have, they are standard and they take regular things. People do laundry depending on if the dorm itself has a certain time designated for each room to do their laundry. Other times, it's usually a free-for-all. This is the STAR building, and in the STAR building, we work with robotics and machines and mechanics. We have a CNC machine, which is where we cut gigantic pieces of metal out with very finite tools that shoot high-pressure water. This place costs a lot, and it's also a pretty good thing to show off when you're showing respective families. Now, first off, when it comes to academics at GAO, everybody must understand that there is a select number of courses that can range from everything, from theater and art to calculative science and robotics. Class sizes at GAO are very, very small, which helps for when kids need extra help. Also, it's harder to hide behind other schoolmates, which benefits a lot of kids, especially with LDs. Welcome to the assembly hall. This is where we all come together every day before 12 and we discuss with Mr. Rogers, or at least he gives us announcements of what needs to be done today, and basically giving us an up and up on what's going to happen throughout the week. Now in here, you also see your advisors a lot. Your advisors are people who keep you on tab and make sure that you're up with your academic standing. As you can see, we are in the Gauss Center, which is where all our athletics are usually come together as a focal point. Besides theater, this is the only place where everybody comes together, get their equipment, get ready for the day, and sometimes be prepared to go out to practice in other events. Also here is where we have our downtime during Saturdays when we come here to go to Target and Regal, or where we do other things here, such as hang out, have fun, lift weights, watch some TV, shoot some hoops, all the usual stuff.